Oh man, so y'all seen Thug appeared in court today after Gunna. They say Gunna out here pushing pleas. And also, I have a connect up there in Atlanta, and law enforcement says YSL had 25 defendants last week and 7 took pleas. That shit is officially YSL. And I get it. Let's get into it. Now, initially, Gunna tried to go ahead and hop in front of everything and start his own narrative, but it wasn't enough because soon after he released a statement saying he would not cooperate, video footage came out with him cooperating.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Now, another guy, Walter Murphy, he admitted to starting YSL with Young Thug in 2012. He pleaded guilty too. They sentenced him to 10 years. They gave him 1 year time served, 9 years of probation. If he doesn't get anything above, I believe, a 2nd degree misdemeanor in 5 years, then he would go ahead and be good to go from that point. They'll take him on probation and he walks away. So it's not just Gunna, it's another person, the co-founder, Walter Murphy. He's co-founder of YSL. He negotiated a plea deal as well. Now, a plea deal in other situations are different from this one right here. If you by yourself are being charged with a crime and you accept the plea, that would not implicate anyone else in the crime, just you. If you are part of a RICO case with co-defendants and you accept the plea, you are admitting to charges that other people will now have to admit to because y'all charged with the same thing. And if they go to trial, more than likely, your admission of guilt will be used against them. So in this situation, Gunna is cooperating. And if this taking a trial and they need him to go ahead and talk, they're going to call for him to talk. And they're saying that it's possible that he could plead the 5th, but that will only be in a situation of him implicating himself of being charged with any more crimes. But when it comes to other people, they're saying he can't plead the 5th when it comes to other folks. And if he does not cooperate and does anything funny, then they snatching that plea deal away. Now, the main person that they want is Young Thug. That's who they want. They want Thugger. But people love Gunna and they heard about the situation. People like Lil Duval trying to leave some hope out there. He says nobody should pin snitch on Gunna unless Thugger say it. But DJ Vlad from Vlad TV put out a series of tweets combating that idea. He says Lil Duval tweeted nobody should pin snitch on Gunna unless Thug say it. But until Young Thug is either free or sentenced, he can't speak on Gunna because that would be witness intimidation, since Gunna is now a witness on record in Young Thug Rico's case. Having one of the top guys in the organization confirm YSL is a gang and that he saw members commit crimes will probably be one of the main points for the DA to prove the overall RICO, racketeer influence, and corrupt organizations and charge one person for other people's crimes. Here's my take on Gunna. In exchange for getting out, he confirmed YSL is a criminal gang and said he was in a car with Young Thug when they found drugs and guns, and they didn't belong to him. This will likely be used by the DA to convict other YSL members. When he said that he was in the car with Young Thug and the guns and drugs weren't his, the DA is one step closer to proving that they belong to Young Thug. The DA probably has a reason for having him mention this part. So listen, there you have it. It depends on what you think about this from your own personal standpoint. A lot of people in the black community are trying to get away from the stigma around cooperating with police officers. I get that point, you know. Some people are still stuck to the idea as far as never cooperating. This situation is a very unique one. One is something that I think a lot of people that are involved will step back and hold themselves accountable for whatever role that they played in the situation, and that includes inviting people around that aren't about that life. You know, we all know what happens when people that are really not about that life get caught up in certain situations. We know how they're gonna react to those things. So if you are a Gunna fan, is this gonna change your perception of him Are you gonna still listen to his music? Me myself personally, I recently became a Gunna listener over the past few years. I never took Gunna as being a gangster. I don't see Gunna as someone like 6ix9ine who incites violence and antagonizes people and creates beefs. So it's a different thing for me. This is much more in line with what I think Gunna would do. I would hate to be someone like Thug, and Thug knowing how he about that life, but Gunna not about that life. But due to Thug's alleged actions, as far as the things that they're saying that he was doing, if those things are true, and you know Gunna ain't about none of that at all. If I'm Thug, I wouldn't want to see Gunna in jail with me. I wouldn't want that. But I'm not Thug. You feel me? There's a lot of things that Thug does that I would never do. So I can never speak for that man. We're gonna have to see how these things come out from this point. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here though. It's your boy Stacy. Yo.